Antea? Please tell me you're here.
There you are. Ready to go?
I just got here. Can we talk? Why did you leave me alone?
You are not alone. Can we go now?
How come it's not working?
Let's ask SEEKER. This all has to end, and I'd rather it was sooner than later.
I am doing my best, my love.
There's a spectral web here, but it's new. It's stronger, but I think I can do it.
Oh, is he there?
This'll only take a moment. See?
Well, throwing my weapons through your will is a little unsettling. The spell isn't working. I think she's gone.
These stains block the way through, like a thick web. Onwards. Strange how I barely knew Ceridian, yet feel like I've lost someone deeply important.
Where are you, you wee witch? How can she find anything in this mess?
Is that really what's important right now?
She draws well. Manual on how to hide from men.
Wish I had one.
Why is there a letter from Deborah Comenius here?
And who's Grace? No way back to New Eden Town, and no SEEKER either. Our only clue points to Kate Newsmith. Maybe she knows this Grace, and where to find her. Shall we dance then? Hogging all the fun. If the spirit chases were working, we wouldn't have specters. I'd stay to figure it out, but we need to see Kate.
Backed by the Banishers, Helen Priest dethroned Captain Pennington. Dark truths were unearthed. Some secrets remain buried. The survivors must now set aside old sins and build themselves lives worth living. But can Helen Priest lead them into the future, chained as she is to her past?
I get the feeling folk are preparing to leave.
Red McRaith. I didn't expect you back.
I'm working my way back to New Eden Town.
There, you're on your own.
I'm trying to track someone down, and I was hoping you could help me.
I doubt I'll be much use, but I'll help you if I can.
So, I found your name in an old letter. It was addressed to someone by the name of Grace. It was written by Deborah Comenius.
You're tenacious, I'll give you that. But must you push so?
Deborah wrote of a cabin in the woods. Could this Grace person have found it?
I don't know. It was all a very long time ago. I had forgotten her.
Did Grace ask you for help?
No. Grace Pennington vanished. No one ever saw her again.
Grace Pennington? As in Captain Saul Pennington?
What happened to Grace?
I don't know that either. There had been strife with her father. Then she was gone. And the captain spoke of her no more.
Deborah wrote the letter in February 1688. When did Grace disappear?
Months later, Pennington accused Deborah of being a witch. In my recollection, that moment overshadows all others.
Could Grace have survived alone out here in the woods?
Possibly. But could she remain unseen? No. All thought she'd left New Eden. Gone west, perhaps into the wilds.
Does the name Seeker mean anything to you?
It sounds less a name than a calling, but neither mean anything to me. We done.
One more question. Did the schoolteacher keep a cabin in the woods?
Deborah spent much time walking the woods, trying to understand New Eden, she said. Now that you mention it, I remember a snowstorm. She spent 3 days in a hut not far from here. Southeast, across the drawbridge, along the path towards the mine. If it's still there.
The settlement seems to be doing well with you in charge.
We've made some gains, but we're far from ready to leave.
Did you tell them what Thickskin did?
I told them she died hunting the beast. Some are yet in their sullens, but they're better with sleep now the nightmares have stopped.
Perhaps them not knowing is for the best.
If we are to keep our chins up and leave for good, better they stay in the dark. Still, some troubles yet vex. The bodies of the lost are buried, many without names, but we found tracks. They lead away into the woods. Some may have escaped. I need to know for sure.
If they're alive, you mean?
Yes, and if they're dead, that they won't be coming back. We need no more beasts.
A new scourge is always possible, but very unlikely without the nightmare's influence.
Probably best to confirm, eh?
Thank you. I followed the tracks as far as I could from the killing ground. I left a red flag as a marker. From there, I ventured no further.
Do you wish to talk about what happened with the beast?
You killed my sister. I have nothing more to say to you.
Thickskin did what she did, and you were as horrified as I was. I laid the blame where it belonged.
You executed her.
Yes, I did. I know it seemed cruel. I contend that it was necessary. Or seemed so at the time.
Sometimes, Banisher, I wonder if we did not exchange one monster for another.
I'm sorry to bring this up, but your sister owed me money.
So?
I did my part. As the new leader of the camp, the debt falls on you.
Let me be sure I understand. You killed my sister, and now you're asking me for payment.
Well, the beast is dead, and I don't work for free.
You've a neck of brass and a bastard's heart. I hope your mother's very proud of you.
Listen, you don't pay a banisher to get what you want, but to do what must be done. And the beast is dead. Pay me.
You may take your blood money for bad work well done, and shove it in your choice of hole.
What's new around here?
I have no time for gossip.
Now that you're in charge, what's the plan?
We finish what we started. We find the strength to leave New Eden forever. But not yet. They still have too much fear in their hearts, and not enough hope.
The region is still dangerous. They may never find the courage they need to leave it.
How fare the people round here?
We're not out of the woods yet. You'll excuse the pun.
Goodbye to you for now, Kate.
Oh, damn this to hell.
Just our luck that when we need Seeker the most, she disappears.
I still don't understand why the ritual failed.
Let's just find the hut. I believe Daniel Keene has work for us. Ready and waiting.
This is getting serious. Have some of that.
Symbols. The hut may be near. I sense magic. Could Seeker be here?
You better take the lead.
My thoughts exactly. They're feeding off their own rage.
Get lost, won't you?
Call on me. This can't be a coincidence. Could Grace be Seeker? Dusty. Seeker hasn't been here for a long time.
Anyone home?
Deborah knew about this place.
Focus on the matter at hand, Red.
I am.
More demonology. Unusual for a witch. These two schools of magic don't usually see eye to eye. Perhaps Lammy could help us with the spell.
Fine wardrobe for a youngster.
They're rags.
And they won't help us find her. Aye. Quite the fall from grace.
That's not funny, and neither is this.
Aye. Fair enough.
Red, come see this. But I don't know the symbol. I don't know it, but I think Lammy might. Seeker drew this. Now we know. She's in the mountains. In the mountains, behind a magic door. And the circle is, somehow, the key. We did well to come here. Now we know where she's hiding. Soon we'll be able to use the pond. All we need is the key to the dissimulation spell. And Lammy Haskell will help us with that.
Aye, sure.
Whatever it is, out with it.
Now what I say is worth listening to.
Only when it doesn't slow us down.
You're in an awful hurry. We need to get this right. We cannot afford to fail.
We won't fail if you stop dragging your feet.
Throwing a tantrum, are we?
No governor, no meeting house. And it seems, no faith.
We need to make a name.
Well, ho there! What a pleasant surprise! I was fair and sure that I'd never see you again.
Where are you off to?
Far away, God willing. Build bridges, say the wise, that people may better understand each other. Build a jetty, say I, so that a ship may come and we can leave. New Eden is a fascinating study for you and I. But for ordinary folk, it is, as I've heard it put, a shite hole.
Leaving sounds right to me, if these people learn from their mistakes.
They repent, Mistress Duarte. A new start elsewhere, away from the place in which they sinned, will do them good.
Spoken like a leader.
I fear, however, that not everyone shall listen. I fear what shall befall them if they stay behind.
We found a page ripped from a book. Here, do you recognize it?
Let me see. Is this from the Trismegistus riddles? Yes, it seems to be. Why would you bring me one mildewed page from an amusing but harmless little book?
Why would you fail to disclose that you'd given another ritual to another friend?
It was a long time ago. I said after Caleb I'd distribute no more rituals, and that's what I've done. Not done.
We know. But we're looking for Grace Pennington now, and we were hoping you'd help us find her.
Who?
Really, boy?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mistress Antea. You said Grace's name, and it is my reflex to protect her.
Ever heard of someone named Seeker?
Seeker? No. Sounds like a title, like my true pursuer. This Seeker... Is she Grace? Is she alive? Do you know where she is?
We think she's Grace. We hope she's still alive. We're trying to find her.
We think she's hidden herself away behind your dissimulation spell.
Then you'll need to unravel it. Shouldn't be too difficult once you're armed with the salient facts.
When was the last time you saw Grace Pennington?
It had to be a few days after I brought her the cloaking ritual. When I returned to visit, the hut had disappeared. Which makes sense now that I think of it.
That's it? You never again tried to find your best friend, your only friend.
Well, you see, some weeks later the first whispers of witchcraft started to fly about town. I kept my head down and Grace was better off out of it. I was right. And I'm glad she escaped. Strange to think of her again after so long.
How does the ritual work?
It creates illusions so effective that they deceive even the keenest eye. There are more effective cloaking spells, but the Trismegistus riddles do have a simple elegance.
The short version, please, ending with how we break it.
Yes, of course. To achieve that, all you need is the caster's full name and the symbol used to make fast the illusion.
Grace Pennington and a triangle pointing downwards.
Well then, now all you need is a simple counterspell from the same book and... Oh my.
What now?
I'm afraid I left my copy in the Araloo. in the void.
That's just great. Just great.
Yes, but in my defence, once you've retrieved the book, dispelling Grace's illusion will be like a walk in the park, comparatively speaking.
We overheard you. What are you working on?
I, to my horror, am working on a speech. It's terrible. I don't even know where to start.
You're a big boy. You'll figure it out.
I appreciate your confidence, though I admit I do not share it.
Are things that bad?
Tell the truth, I don't rightly know. They don't trust me. They tell me nothing, and when they do, they're probably lying. And without the wards, well, I fear things will get worse before they get better. In fact, they already have. Spectres walk, and we are in need of a banisher, or two. If you can bring people peace, well, I doubt they'll be grateful. But perhaps they should have the strength to believe in a brighter future.
So, Lammy, what's the word around here?
What do you wish to know?
Tell me about the settlers. Anything strange to mention? Stranger than usual, I mean.
Folk have been quite lovely as it happens. Each tries to do their best and spirits are high. Thinking about it, that's actually really strange. Really strange indeed.
How fares New Eden and the Harrows?
It's not easy. I don't have my father's authority and people fear evil more than ever.
What about you, Lammy? How are you?
I'm well. Or as well as I could wish for. But I still have questions for you, mistress.
We have time for one or two.
I've seen how you move. Do time and space work differently for you?
Not so much when I'm with the living. But yes, they're different.
May I ask another?
Yes, you may.
And what do you miss from being alive?
A big question. Too big to answer. Where would I start? I miss all of it.
May I ask another?
Yes, you may.
Did you see God? Have you met angels? What about demons? Who's in charge in the afterlife?
I'm afraid I have no answer for you.
May I ask another?
Yes, you may.
Do you feel pain?
Not physically. I feel anguish. The memory of pain sometimes.
May I ask another?
Yes, you may.
Do you control how you appear to the living? How do you do that?
Some can see me with no effort. To others, it's a choice I make. It's effortless, as easy as opening my mouth to speak.
May I ask another?
Let's leave it there.
Thank you for your help.
Could you tell Grace that I'm still her friend? I'd be glad to see her again.
Once we found her, we'll be glad to tell her.
We have...
More work to do.
A new building needs a solid foundation. I wonder if ghosts still linger.
Go on then. Talk to me. Don't hold back.
You act as though all is well. as though I had not died. I'm dead, and I'm not all right. I'm not all right. Someone is vexed behind that door.
Someone inside's hard at work.
Wait. Spectral stains. Haunted house. A ghost damaged the sign. Ingersoll General Stores must live on. Someone's fighting for a cause.
Or trying to solve a problem. Let's go inside and find out, eh? Things look better here. Helen is working out.
Spectral traces. Something's up with Helen.
Banishers. Excuse the clatter.
I've seen worse. Good day to you, Helen.
I did not count on seeing you two again. I take it you've returned for a reason?
What can you tell me about a young woman by the name of Grace?
It seems you already know some of the story. It was a long time ago, but I'll do my best to fill in the gaps.
What happened to her?
As I heard it told, one day Grace just wasn't there anymore.
How was their relationship?
I believe it was stormy, as you'd expect between a commander and his disobedient daughter. I do think he loved her, but as far as anyone ever saw, he never shed a single tear for her.
Later, after he exiled her, did the captain try to find his daughter?
Not to my knowledge. He did not set off in search of her, nor did he send men. At the time, I thought it strange. Still do. I'll never understand how a man could reject his only daughter. And that, my inquisitive Banisher friends, is all I know about the matter.
Things have been feverish round here, to say the least. Are you bearing up?
As well as can be expected.
How well is that exactly?
People are dying for no apparent reason, and this godforsaken fort dangles out over the edge of the world, cut off from everywhere. I fight so the stockade stays standing. The ship is wrecking, but I was called to be captain. I hold the wheel. So yes, Banisher, I am bearing up as well as can be expected.
You miss Sebastian.
Every waking moment. Count your blessings, Banisher, for they are fleeting.
Could his husk still be present? It will be drawn to you.
No, it could not.
Something is present. Something weighs on you.
I'm busy, Banishers. Busy means tired, that's all.
Running this fort on your own can be no easy task. How are things going?
Busy. I've been trying to establish a supply route with the Harrows. I believe some yet remain there. Perhaps they'll share their reserves. We could use the supplies. Strangely, my letters go unanswered.
We had a little disagreement with the governor. You may wait a little longer for your letter.
I see. New Eden is losing its selectmen. A terrible thing, of course. Still, new broom sweep cleaner and all that.
We'll look into your spectral stones.
If you feel the need, then sure. Suit yourself.
PlayStation